been a few days since the hearing in the building behind me, which is the Plymouth Magistrates Court, all about the sign which has been removed. Sir John Hawkins Square. The Cosmic Cafe is the cafe that started the petition on change.org, which basically termed Sir John Hawkins as the first slave trader in England, which is factually incorrect. I've tried to have that removed on the grounds that it's false, but so far Change have not removed it. And what I wanted to do is give you a bit of an update on what actually happened in court on Friday. And what happened is, at one stage, I was cross-examining a lady who works for the council on the stand, and I asked her the question, which family member of Jack Leslie did they get consent from, in a email sent 5 hours after it was originally sent to them, that said all the family of Jack Leslie would be delighted and honoured or something, or would be delighted to have a road name after Jack Leslie, a street actually was the wording. But the council did not do is disclose who that person was. So I asked the lady on the stand, Miss Jane Hirons, who that person was, and the council refused to disclose who that person was in court, because of course in their own policy it says if they're going to rename a road after a person, they need the consent of that person's family if that person's deceased. They shouldn't be renaming roads at all according to the legislation. They've only got the power to alter them, but they want to rename it Jack Leslie Square, and they wouldn't disclose who that person was. Another thing that happened in court is I got to cross-examine Chris Penworthy, who is the local Labour councillor. Now, on the stand, under oath, he declared that he didn't think it was racist. And when I asked him if they would have chosen Jack Leslie if he was white, he replied basically with no comment. So in court, I believed I put a good argument across for the fact that the legislation says alteration of a street name. It does not say rename, it does not say change, it says alter. And I also gave the judge a Black Laws dictionary from 1910, and remember of the word alteration, of what the legal meaning is at the time, or was, and still is. And it applies to the 1925 Public Health Act section 18. If it goes through, it will be a miscarriage of justice, and it would be just absurd, and it would be a racist decision to allow this square to be renamed, and especially when the fact that you have a road which Home Park is on, where Jack Leslie played football. Finally, what I'll say is this: at the end of the day, I think the judge and everybody else is well aware that if this appeal is not upheld and this is stopped, then I will go to the High Court via judicial review and possibly create case law. If that's what's needed to stop this farce, then so be it. So if I've got any message from the people of Plymouth, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to make sure that this ends here. And if it doesn't end on the 4th of December, then I will take it to the High Court. I don't believe the council will bother appealing if they lose, because they've got a much better road that they can give the name Jack Leslie Way. That makes sense. That's a nice tribute to Jack Leslie, and it would be fantastic if he's able to have a road named after him where the football ground is. It will be in their postal address, and it's where his statue will stand with pride.